Hello, everybody. I'm Yoshi Kigami, Executive Advisor of Roland and Boss. Today, Matt is joining from UK. Good morning, Matt.
Morning, Yoshi-san, and welcome to everyone joining this morning. If you're new here, this is Talk with Boss. This is our regular live stream where we dive into a different boss topic. And this morning, Yoshi, do you want to introduce today's discussion?
Yes. So today, I have to tell you guys a very sad news. So some of you guys already might know our friend, colleague, and one of the hosts of Talk with Boss, this program, and strategic product manager of Roland US, Jeff Slingluff, was passed away on September 9th at age 55 by following complications from COVID-19. That was totally sad news to me, and also sad news. I'm very much heartbroken.
It's very hard news to accept for all of the Roland and of course, Boss team. And there was actually a ceremony to celebrate his life in the US on October the 9th. And, you know, lots of friends, lots of colleagues, everyone got together to celebrate Jeff's life. So today in Talk with Boss, we want to send our sort of heartfelt condolences to him. And we'd like to just spend some time just talking about his time at Roland and some of the things that we knew about him as well.
Yeah, I joined that ceremony on October 9th. Of course, that was very sad, but I was kind of happy. You know, a lot of his friends, family, colleagues were joined that ceremony, and I knew he was loved so much people. So today I want to tell you guys a little bit about good memories of Jeff.
Yeah. I mean, it's still hard for me to accept, as well as yourself and everyone in the team. So, Yoshi-san, why don't you start by telling a little bit about his personality and kind of his relationship with Boss and Roland?
Yeah, Jeff joined Roland and Boss in 2016 July. I met him first time at Samanam in Nashville. So he was very much soft because, you know, he was a little bit nervous. It's the first time to see. So I didn't know he talked a lot at that time. But he was a very nice person and also very positive and open-minded guy. I got such a feeling from that first conversation. And also that's his personality is never changed from the beginning to this year, you know.
Yeah.
He was always a good guy.
Yeah. And we joined, you know, myself and Jeff joined Roland at exactly the same time. And I met him not long after that in October. And I had exactly the same impression. You know, I think, you know, he talked a lot, you know, and I found out a lot about him and his history and his past. And, you know, he was a big personality that helped, I think, bring the whole team together, you know, kind of bigger than life, which I think was great. So after that first time you met him as well, Yoshi-san, he then actually moved to Japan, right? He kind of visited Japan in 2016.
Yes. You know, we have had a lot of boss camp meeting, worldwide meeting before that. But I wanted to change something. I want to have much more deep communication between each country's sales guys and boss engineers. So he was working in the musical industry for a long time. And also he had an experience of a sound engineer. So I was thinking he can make good communication. So that is a very rare case. But right after joining company, I asked him to stay in Japan. Then, you know, he came to Japan and he was like, I'm here over 10 years. You know, that's his character. So both engineers immediately opened their mind and started to discuss a lot of things. And that was totally a success, So, second guy, but you couldn't come to Japan.
I think Jeff made it easier for me,
Mhm.
and certainly got the engineers excited about collaborating and talking more with people, boss guys from all around the world. So can't thank Jeff enough for that. So Yoshi-san, what else was Jeff kind of involved in his time when he lived over in Japan with you?
Yeah. So we discussed about a lot of things about a spec of new product, and also we did a sound review, and sometimes we made something new sound character. He has a deep understanding about amplifiers. So our engineers of amplifier team had a very deep conversation with Jeff. So that was very much precious time for boss. And also Jeff was coming to Japan every year, not only 2016. So we had a lot of jobs together with, and we got a lot of inspiration from him. We had a common understanding about sound and product, so we could inspire to each other and worked as one team. And he had a huge passion to guitar and amplifier. So everybody knows his room is filled by a lot of guitar and amplifiers.
Yeah. He had one of the best Zoom backgrounds ever.
Yes.
His room with many guitars, many amps, and a huge passion for over the last 3 decades for sound design, and obviously helped us create some of the products today. And ultimately, that connection between Boss and Jeff and the global team was really strong. It's really integral to that whole part of the team. And every time that we met, not only in Japan but also the US and the UK, we shared so much time with him. Not just as a colleague during 9 to 5, but also dinner time and the night time.
Yeah. Yep. That's right. I was staying in the US in 2017, right after Winter Nam, maybe for a month. I visited a lot of music shops with him. Probably that is over 8 states. Started with Solana Beach, then went to San Diego, Tucson, Mesa, Sedona, Flagstaff, Las Vegas. So everywhere we drove, So we talked a lot of things, not only job, business. We talked about music and band, and also sometimes talking about life,
Yeah.
We talked a lot of things. Especially Jeff was looking like very happy to listening my kids sing. He loved the kids. So our kids went to karaoke with him in Japan. So they are still, remembering Jeff is very, very much nice guy. So I have a lot of personal memories and stories, especially, nighttime part. We had a very fun and funny, happy memories. So I still remember his smiles. I love his smile and his positive attitude and way of thinking. He is very much a great guy. And he had a lot of interest to everything. And, we respect him very much. So I'm still very sad. And I cannot believe he is not here. But I'm very happy to be his friend. And it's an honor to me. I can tell I'm one of his friends. So, Matt, do you have any message to Jeff?
Of course, many and many memories and many stories that I could tell. I think we could probably spend all night telling stories about Jeff. And even though the last time I got to see him in person was actually the summer of 2019, we talked kind of every week, you know, and we were often talking, and, you know, we still felt like one team despite being across the world. So, you know, the time I spent with him was brilliant. Daytime, of course, the nighttime. Many great photos with Jeff that will remain with me forever. Many great stories and memories, and I'm sure we'll be talking about him for years to come, and actually personally helped me become the boss person that I am as well. So, yeah, you know, I hope Jeff gets this message somewhere. But, yeah, many great messages that I could give to Jeff, and many great stories I could tell. And, of course, if anyone watching this wants to leave any comments or stories about Jeff now or in the future, please do, because I think it will be a great place to have those for many years to come. And Yoshi-san, finally to you, is there anything else that you'd like to say as a message?
So almost it's the same to you. You know, I love his smile, and also we are talking about a lot of things: guitar, music, amplifier, effects, cars, tequila, and you know, he loved tequila very much. And I had a scheduled meeting every week, so maybe over 18 months or something. Before that, I quite often called him, mainly in my morning time from my car on the way to my office. So always I called him, "Hey Jeff, good morning." He said, "Oh, hello Yoshi-san. How are you?" I said, "Good. You?" I said, his answer is always, "I'm wonderful." He was such a lovely guy, you know, so always I can be happy feeling, and started to fun conversation. So I believe now he is playing guitar in heaven and with a tequila. So someday, you know, we can see each other again on the other side. So I hope he can make some good artistic relation in there. Yeah,
and
so
some good tequila as well.
Yeah. So also, we all send heartfelt condolences to Jeff's family, friends, and colleagues around the world.
Yeah. Thank you, Yoshi-san. I'm sure that message will reach him. And we will always share a tequila for Jeff and have many stories about him.
Yes.
So thank you again, Yoshi-san. Thank you for everyone that tuned in. We will miss Jeff dearly. Of course, we will continue Talk with Boss, and Jeff will always still be a part of what we built together over the last 2 years. And of course, all of his time in Roland and Boss. So thank you very much for joining. We'll announce the next time we get together through our social channels. Until then, please remember Jeff. I'm sure you've got many stories, and we'll see you all next time.
Yeah, thank you everybody for joining us, especially Jean. Thank you for joining. See you soon. Bye.